Welcome to Dr. Deepa Dahake's NEET Biology, and in today's session I mainly discuss about the keynote preparation, as in one session I already discussed about and told all the children that how to prepare keynote, and in that section हमने mainly RBC का एक keynote prepared किया था. With the same series I come here to explain the oxygen dissociation curve from the class 11th chapter body fluid and circulation. As you all are knowing, this is one of the most important topic from that chapter, and the questions for difficulty levels generally asked from this topic, and most of the students facing problem to recalling the condition of the curve, that how the curve is shifted towards right or the curve is shifted towards the left. Secondly, students को ये भी difficulty आ रही है कि what does we understand by the right shifting of curve और left shifting of curve. बॉडी के किन पार्ट्स में कर्व अपने को राइट साइड में अपीयर होता है और इट अपीयर टुवर्ड्स द लेफ्ट. सो फॉर ऑल दीज कंफ्यूजन्स आई prepared one keynote for the oxygen dissociation curve. So kindly go through the session. देखिए, जब हम स्टडी करते हैं, I am not going here to explain what is curve because we already studied this part, and now you are having your NEET examination within few days. So directly we come towards the topic. You appear here, one curve is there, that is oxygen dissociation curve. This curve you appear at x-axis, you remember, at x-axis we take a partial pressure of oxygen, that is commonly represented by PO2, and on y-axis we commonly show the percentage saturation of hemoglobin. Percentage saturation of hemoglobin का meaning होता है कि how much amount of hemoglobin is saturated with oxygen inside the body of human or in the 100 ml of blood. अब यहाँ पे देखिए, when we prepared this curve, so this one curve is provided. This central curve black color से आपको appear हो रहा है, that is the curve for a normal situation in body. But when will be the curve is shifted towards left and it shifted towards right. 2 सेकेंड मिनट्स के लिए मैं थोड़ा साइड में होंगी. एट दैट टाइम अगर आपको लेना है तो आप स्क्रीनशॉट इसका लेके अपने पास प्रिपरेशन के लिए रख सकते हैं. तो यहाँ पे देखिए, व्हेन द कर्व इज डिफ्लेक्टेड टुवर्ड्स द अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन, अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में जब डिफ्लेक्ट होता है देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज कर्व इज शिफ्टिंग टुवर्ड्स द लेफ्ट. अपवर्ड शिफ्टिंग का मीनिंग है कि मोर एंड मोर एसोसिएशन बिटवीन द ऑक्सीजन एंड हीमोग्लोबिन. तो ऑक्सीहीमोग्लोबिन का फॉर्मेशन क्या होगा? ऑक्सीहीमोग्लोबिन फॉर्मेशन इज इंक्रीजेस और द एसोसिएशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन एंड हीमोग्लोबिन इज इंक्रीजेस. कहाँ पे इंक्रीज होगा ये बॉडी में? तो ऑब्वियसली यू रिमेम्बर, व्हेनेवर द ऑक्सीजन डिसोसिएशन कर्व के लिए लेफ्ट साइड डिफ्लेक्शन और लेफ्ट साइड में मूवमेंट से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस है. सो यू क्लियरली रिमेम्बर द लेफ्ट शिफ्ट ऑफ द कर्व इज ओनली अपीयर inside the alveoli, because alveoli में recall करिए the partial pressure of oxygen is 104 और 104 mmHg. जब आप ये प्रेशर पढ़ते हैं, so comparative to body oxygen pressure is more in alveoli, so the association of oxygen and hemoglobin is take place more and more. When the curve, if question is asking for the curve is shifted to right, that means you remember the curve shifted to right means the instead of association, now the oxygen start to dissociate from the hemoglobin and it indicate the dissociation. Dissociation कब होगा बॉडी में? When the body tissue demand for the oxygen, then the oxygen start to dissociate from the hemoglobin, and in that condition inside the body tissue, whenever you appear the dissociation of oxyhemoglobin, in that condition you appear the curve shifting of the curve towards the right direction. So first you very well clear that what do we understand by the left shifting and right shifting. Left shifting association को and right shifting dissociation को show करता है. This part you remember very well. नाउ व्हाट आर द कंडीशन, जो क्वेश्चन आपको आ रहे हैं मेनली डिफिकल्टी लेवल के स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है एंड मेनली क्वेश्चंस आर आस्क्ड दैट व्हाट आर द कंडीशंस अंडर व्हिच द कर्व इज शिफ्टेड टुवर्ड्स राइट और टुवर्ड्स लेफ्ट. ये मेरा सजेशन है और टिप्स है फॉर ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स दैट यू ओनली रिमेंबर द कंडीशन, वन कंडीशन for either for the shifting to right or for shifting to left. If you go to recall both the condition, most of the cases में आप confused होते हैं. So if you remember, that's why I only mention the condition required or responsible for dissociation. क्योंकि if you prepared these condition for dissociation and if the question is asking for association, so just opposite conditions are there for the association of hemoglobin. So we come towards the dissociation of oxyhemoglobin. What are the condition or when will be the oxygen start to dissociate from the hemoglobin? So here you remember, when the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is more or increases inside the body, oxygen is used in aerobic breakdown of glucose and because of that continuously carbon dioxide is produces, and due to which the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is increases, the partial pressure of oxygen, when CO2 pressure increases, obviously partial pressure of oxygen क्या होगा आपका decrease. These two terms you remember. The third condition, that 4 factors actually there. So third factor is pH. When PCO2 increases, so it will lead to the formation of bicarbonate ions and H plus ion inside the RBC or in blood, you simply remember. And because of that the pH of the blood goes down or decreases. When pH decreases, question is not directly asked for the pH, question is asking for acidity. When pH decreases, at the same time you remember acidity of the blood is increases. And the next important one is temperature, how the temperature control association and dissociation. When temperature increases, then it causes the dissociation of hemoglobin. When temperature आपका क्या होगा, decrease होगा, so decrease in temperature will responsible for the association of oxygen and hemoglobin. So you only remember these conditions. When you appear the curve, so one important point is there, that is called as P50. What is P50? So P50 you remember, here I note down that when the PO2, that is partial pressure of oxygen, is 25 mmHg, then the whatever amount of hemoglobin is present, that hemoglobin is nearly saturated by 50%. So that you remember. और simply आप define कर सकते हैं कि partial pressure at which hemoglobin saturation body में कितना होगा, 50%. At that partial pressure, the 50% hemoglobin saturation when we appear, that point of the oxygen dissociation curve is called as P50. So this you also mentioned in your notes or you can go through these notes also. Now here some statements are provided which are repeatedly asked, that how much amount of oxygen is carried by the 100 ml of blood. So here first you remember, the in healthy and normal person nearly 15 grams, 12 to 16 हम पढ़ते हैं, but overall if we go for average, so 15 grams of hemoglobin is present in per 100 ml of blood. Now the 1 gram of hemoglobin is bind with one of the most important thing. The 1 gram of hemoglobin is bind with 1.34 ml of oxygen. Thus the 100 ml of blood nearly carry करता है 19.4 or approximately 20 ml of oxygen. These terms, the values you remember as it is. And then under normal condition, the 5 ml of oxygen is transported to the tissue, that means from alveoli to tissue. 5 ml of oxygen transport होता है by 100 ml of oxygenated blood. So this part you remember very well. P50 हम पहले ही discuss कर चुके हैं. And now we come towards the most important question, that is a Bohr effect, because this effect also equally responsible for the deflection of curve towards right and left. So mainly you remember when you recall the Bohr effects. Bohr effect means carbon dioxide concentration. The effect, Bohr effect is mainly associated with CO2 concentration. So the pH of blood falls as its CO2 content increases. So CO2 content कहाँ increase हो रहा है? CO2 content increases in body tissue. As the aerobic respiration of glucose more and more increases, the carbon dioxide production increases in body cells or body tissue. When this CO2 content increases, then the pH of blood का क्या होने लगेगा? It goes down because this carbon dioxide responsible for the formation of H2CO3. H2CO3 break in H plus and HCO3 minus ion. So chloride shift पढ़ा हुआ है आपने. Phenomena of chloride shift is take place. So this CO2 content when increases, so it will lead to the Bohr effect. This part you remember. So this much I try to include all the things, how the curve is shifted to left, shifted to right, that you itself note down in your, either you note down in your books और यू गो थ्रू द सेपरेट. अब टाइम नहीं है आपके पास. जिन स्टूडेंट्स ने पढ़ा हुआ है उनको ये सब क्लियर होगा, बट द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर नीट एंड they are not having their keynotes, so you kindly go through these keynotes for the oxygen and dissociation curve. One of the most important topic, again I am saying, for the NEET exams, so don't skip that topic. Revise or go through all the questions related to this topic. So for today's session I sum up this keynote के sessions में. In next class with new topic and new keynote from important topic for the NEET we will discuss. By that time stay motivated, stay connected. 2 minutes के लिए मैं separate यहाँ से बोर्ड से हट जाऊंगी, तो आप लोग ये screenshot if you interested, so you take a screenshot for this note and stay connected with Dr. Deepa Dake's NEET Biology.